Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Dallas Cowboys mock, all in on drafting Dak Prescott's successor Michael Penix Jr.? The offseason for the Dallas Cowboys thus far has been underwhelming to say the least, with the franchise sitting on its hands as any attempts to make the roster better haven't been seen. In addition to that, the lame duck situation with coach Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott is all building toward a perfect storm in 2024. With Prescott's future with the organization murky at best right now, along with McCarthy and several other stars set to be out of contract after the 2024 season, the thought that the organization is set to blow it up in 2025, which was first brought up by our own Mike Fisher, feels like a distinct possibility. But is there a saving grace in the upcoming NFL draft? Dallas holds the number 24 selection, and the thought is that taking an offensive lineman is the avenue the team goes down, with Tyron Smith and Tyler Biadasz both leaving in free agency. But what if the Cowboys put the final nail in Dak's time as a Cowboy by drafting his successor while fighting for his career in 2024? In CBS Sports' latest mock draft, that is precisely what Dallas does, with Washington's Michael Penix Jr. coming to the Star. This feels like the last season for Dak Prescott as the Cowboys starter, and while Penix isn't necessarily a quarterback who needs a redshirt year, he'll likely get one in 2024, CBS Sports writes. The upside is there even though he's an older prospect because of his big-time throw capabilities. Taking a swing at this game's most vital position is probably not the worst idea for the Cowboys now. One can only imagine the media storm and headlines that would follow should the Cowboys draft Penix Jr. in the first round. With so many other needs that take priority over Dak's successor, at least this year anyway, it would be a clear message that Prescott's final year as a Cowboy is approaching. Penix Jr. threw for 4,903 yards, 36 touchdowns, and just 11 interceptions as he led Washington to an undefeated regular season, a Pac-12 championship and a Sugar Bowl win before losing to Michigan in the national championship game. With Prescott under contract, Penix Jr. would likely sit for a year before taking over from Dak in 2025, which, coincidentally, would also be the year that several veteran stars in Zach Martin, Brandon Cooks, DeMarcus Lawrence, Osa Odigizua, and Kavonde Turpin all come out of contract. Given that the Cowboys were thought to have a Super Bowl-caliber roster in 2023, so to see the direction the organization is going during the offseason is certainly odd. With so much unknown surrounding the franchise heading into 2024 and beyond, fans will know exactly what the organization's plans are if Penix Jr. is taken in the first round. The Cowboys blowing it up and restarting in 2025 has never felt more real, especially if this mock draft selection comes to fruition. Auburn football legend Cam Newton shreds Jerry Jones for handling a franchise star. Auburn football legend Cam Newton shredded Jerry Jones during an appearance on the Club Shay Shay podcast for how the Arkansas native has handled the Dallas Cowboys' longtime franchise quarterback, Dak Prescott. This message is to Dak Prescott, "We looking for that mother, dog," Newton said, hat tip Pro Football Network. And I don't think Jerry Jones will allow him to become that, because you have to be politically correct. You have to be almost the president of football to be the signal caller for the Dallas Cowboys. What the Dallas Cowboys need at that quarterback position is somebody to say, "Nah, F that, this is my S. This is what we're going to do." That type of aura, I don't think Dak can be that. Prescott's Cowboys standing is very much in doubt in 2025 and beyond with his free agency looming. With notable NFL media personalities like Newton and Shannon Sharpe who claim that Jones wants to win his way in response to the former Heisman-winning QB on the Plains claiming that Prescott is being held back, the Dallas QB could be due for a change of scenery. Teams like the New York Giants, New York Jets, and Denver Broncos could be looking for a starter in 2024 depending on how Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and whoever is QB1 in the Mile High City's futures play out. Previously, Newton had called Prescott a game manager, along with Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jared Goff. The pivot from Newton is an interesting one, but he'll always side with a quarterback before an owner. Prescott may be a game manager because of the schemes he's been a part of, so the 2025 season represents the chance to become a game changer. We shall see if he explores that option or if he continues his career as a Cowboy on America's team. Cowboys predicted to add explosive WR as Michael Gallup replacement. The Dallas Cowboys still have a possible hole in their wide receiver group, but they could find their replacement for Michael Gallup by the end of this month. The Cowboys have made very little noise in the 2024 offseason, but they can still add significant talent in the 2024 NFL Draft. Bleacher Report's NFL team has released their latest 3-round mock draft, and it features an offense-heavy approach. After drafting 2 pieces for the offensive line, the Cowboys are projected to add Oregon WR prospect Troy Franklin in the 3rd round of the 2024 NFL Draft. Franklin was the standout receiver on the Ducks' explosive 2023 offense. While he isn't quite receiving the same hype as names like Malik Neighbors, he's clearly a talented player. As a like-for-like replacement, Franklin and Gallup are not perfectly similar. But Franklin is an outside WR through and through, and his ability to catch the long ball would assist the rest of the Cowboys' offense. After arriving at Oregon, Franklin had to work his way up to a prominent role with the Ducks. After a bit-part role as a freshman, Franklin began his rise during the 2022 season. According to Sports Reference, Franklin caught 61 passes for 891 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. While his volume numbers weren't insane, averaging 14.6 yards per reception and scoring 9 times is a great rate of production. But it's his final season in Eugene, Oregon that should excite or scare NFL fans. He kicked the Heat up in 2023 with 81 receptions, 1,383 receiving yards and 14 touchdowns. Franklin averaged 17.1 yards per catch along the way. NFL.com's Lance Zierlein compared him to New Orleans Saints star Chris Olave, but it's the analyst's description that makes him seem like a natural fit with the Cowboys. Franklin might not get WR1 target volume, Zierlein writes. But he should be productive with a high yards per catch average and the ability to open things up underneath for his teammates. Franklin could become a coveted complementary piece for an established WR1 or a productive vertical target for a team looking for instant help in the passing game. Established WR1 who excels on shorter to immediate routes? That sounds a lot like CeeDee Lamb. Speaking of Lamb, the Cowboys may have a significant problem on their hands. Lamb is due a massive contract extension as he enters the final season of his rookie contract, and Dallas Morning News reporter Michael Gehlken reported on April 8 that a contract holdout is possible. The Cowboys will start their spring workout program April 15, Gehlken explained. Barring a contract extension that, when complete, is expected to make Lamb the highest-paid wide receiver in NFL history, Lamb won't take the field. At least, that is the precedent he appears certain to follow. It seems likely that Dallas will extend Lamb, but it's still not ideal to deal with a holdout. Considering that the team isn't extending QB Dak Prescott anytime soon, more contract issues and the drama that stems from that isn't helping the morale of Cowboys fans. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Troy Franklin? Leave your opinion in the comments.